B95, Young Jizzo, special guest in the building, Eric Bellinger. What's going on, family?
What up, man? Thanks for having me, bro.
Man, you got a crazy hot record out in the streets right now, man. I Don't Want Her. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit, but let's get a little familiar with Eric Bellinger, man.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know, but you actually do a lot of writing. Just name off some of the artists that you wrote for, or even the songs that you did.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, definitely started off writing behind the scenes, trying to make my way to the front. But records you might be familiar with is like Chris Brown, Fine China.
Okay.
Chris Brown, Love More. Usher, Let Me See, Justin Bieber, Right Here, Jennifer Hudson, Think Like a Man.
Yeah. All that good stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to,
Too much. Okay.
You asked though. You know what I'm saying?
So how is it going from a writer transitioning to an artist? How do you make that transition?
Oh man, it's just a lot of discipline. Because for one, you got to look at it like, okay, cool, the writing is going so well for me. You know what I mean? A lot of people are picking up the songs now. I remember at one point, I couldn't even get anybody to listen. But nowadays it's like, okay, cool, we just want a song from you, and it's going so well. But if I feel like if I don't stop and really focus on my artistry the same way that I did my the writing side, nothing's gonna take off. So I just had to really turn down. I had to say no when in actuality it's like, that's something I had worked so long for, but really just focusing and putting all my energy into that artistry, I just really had to say no. What I mean? And it's benefiting. It's doing good. The record's doing
the best
good.
of both worlds.
Y'all showing me the love.
We got to. You got to. So how do you decide if it's like, okay, do I give up this record or do I make this record my own? Like, for example, like I Don't Want Her. Like, how do you decide like this is gonna be my record?
Man, because it was I just got to a point where I was already in the mode of just looking for my single, looking for my song. What's my song gonna be? But for the longest, like I said before, I was like made a conscious effort to make sure that I was just doing my own thing. If I wrote a song that I loved, it was still like, who knows? Like maybe I could send this to Chris, or I'll keep it. If he doesn't take it, I'll keep it. If he does, oh well, you know what I mean? But then it was just to a point where, a light switch, just flipped. It was like, all right, cool, I'm in me mode. I gotta be selfish for a little while.
All right, so let's talk about the record. You got a Problem on there, I Don't Want Her, got a couple samples. Speak a little bit about this record and how it came about.
All right, so basically, man, shout out to Problem and Pun and all those guys over Diamond Lane, League of Stars. They really been, believing in me for a while, and they're like, yo, we're going to get you a record. You know what I mean? No matter what, we're going to get you a record. And Pun actually was going down to my studio, man, every week. He was like, I got another one. And then the way that one came about, he was actually like, yo, E, what you doing? You at the studio? Where you at? I'm like, yeah, I'm here. He's like, all right, cool, I got your single. I'm like, you got it? He said, well, I got the beat. he said, you got to write it. I'm like, all right, if the beat is crazy, I'm going to write the song. So he was like, cool, I'm coming. I'm bringing Problem with me, and we taking care of it tonight. He's like, it's not going to be no email, no nothing. So they came through, played the beat. I went in the booth, literally started freestyling, came up with the hook, came up with the verses. Everybody loved it. Problem went in, did his verse. It was really like that simple. Like, all right, let's do it. And he came over, it took us like an hour and a half, and we just had the song.
I like it, man. And it's definitely something catchy that I've never really heard anybody else, talk about before. But, if they ain't looking, I don't want her. It doesn't get any better than that.
It's simple, you know what I mean? Ladies, if you got it, flaunt it. If you don't got it, still flaunt it.
All right, man. So I know you got your project coming out. Speak a little bit about that and other stuff that you got coming up.
All right, cool. So I got the Rebirth, man. That's February 11th, right before Valentine's Day. Real R&B for the fellas to play for the ladies. Get the ladies in the mood. The ladies gonna feel good. The fellas gonna feel swaggy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just timeless music. A lot of people are doing the flipping the old school records nowadays. So it's a good time, man. I did something with the Black Street. Before I Let You Go on there. I got Kid Ink on that one. I got a couple more up my sleeve. You know what I mean? I made sure before we actually said, all right, this is the date. To make sure we got some ammo. So I'm ready now.
There it is.
The
Rebirth.
Keep hitting them,
What's the date again?
The Rebirth, February 11th. It's gonna be good. A lot of new material, a lot of old material as well, just for the newer fans that are just, catching wind of everything that I got going on. So I brought out Born to Sing Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, my favorite joints along the years, and just combining those with all the new music. So, the new fans gonna be good, the old fans gonna be good, and everybody just gonna be taken care of, man.
Well, there it is, man. We appreciate the record. Eric Bellinger,
That's
Problem,
right.
I Don't Want Her. Definitely a slapper out here in SoCal and all over California, man. Nationwide is next. We doing it, man. B95, Young California, we in the building.
Yee.